for a young fan. So if you'd like to get yourself a Super Truck Feature Winner Dynasty Bathrooms trophy, you get down there after the race. The driver will pick a kid out of the crowd and give the trophy over, and the trophy sponsored by Dynasty Bathrooms. Darren?
Thanks very much, Pat Mooney. Here we go with last night's Super Truck feature. Starting on the pole, the Met Vent 20C is Chris Adet. Outside in the power-up Old Dutch 42L, this is veteran Larry Niebel. Inside row number 2, he is sponsored by Oakwood Roofing and Turk Enterprises, a street stock points champion some years ago. The 19 is Rick Lowy. And outside, sponsored by Oasis and the Gauthier Automotive Group, this is 4-time Super Truck Points champion Jamie Vernaus in the 2D. Inside row number 3, rolling off 5th, the driver that has won multiple features this year. That is the Dynasty Bathrooms 2 of Eric Gio. And outside, driving the 91, is Matthew Grescu. Row 4 inside, the 3 is Kevin Schick. And the 13 outside is Wade Barkley. Row number 5, starting 9th, the 14W is Jamie Weir. And outside, the 91J is Jesse Peterson. That is your lineup. Should be a total of 10 trucks on the track. I see only 9. Looks like the 91J is missing. That would be Jesse Peterson. Or has that 91 moved up? All right, here we go. Jesse Peterson, in fact, in that 91J, normally driven by Matthew Grescu, the Advanced Auto Service 91. Look at the battle coming out of turn number 1 and 2. That is the Met Vent number 20 of Chris Adet, looking real good on the slick stuff. Into turn 3 and 4, everyone jockeying for position. It looks like the 2D coming around, and we got a yellow flag. All right, complete restart as we get set to go. Chris Adet on the pole. Green flag is out. Here we go. We're racing. Rick Lowy trying the inside in the Oakwood Roofing Olympic Homes Turk Enterprises 19. He sticks to the bottom of the racetrack. The 42 is looking good as well. That is the 42L of Larry Niebel. Jamie Vernaus on the move in the Cattons Gauthier Automotive Group number 2D. Look at that, 4 wide almost. Jamie Vernaus is not afraid of a little traffic as they all head into turn number 1 and 2. A great race. You could put a blanket over the top 5. This is Friday night's Super Truck feature, and are these drivers getting at it? Look at this, 4 wide. How much room could there possibly be? Debris on the front chute. We have a caution flag. All right, so debris on the front straightaway. Well, that was interesting. 4 wide down the front straightaway. Somebody has lost a wheel, we understand, off the top of turn 3 and 4. Rick Lowy with problems as he heads off. Yep, missing his right front, unfortunately for Rick Lowy, who was running pretty well in that feature. I do see the tire. You got to be pretty high up to see it, but it is way over the top of turn number 4. All right, so we'll go back to the last completed lap of racing as our safety crew heads on over to pick up the tire off the top of turn number 4. Pretty competitive racing happening on that previous lap before the yellow flag. 4 wide before the flag stand. All right, the tire has been collected off the top of turn number 4. '19 truck is in the pit area. Yellow, we are told, is on the 42 of Larry Nebel, who originally started outside of row number 1, so he will go to the back for his part in that particular incident. All kinds of pieces apparently under the 42L as we listen in on the radio. Work continues on the front straightaway. Now being instructed to send Larry Nebel in the 42L to the pits. All right. Badly damaged 42L of Larry Nebel heading off to the pit area, so that will clear the way for a green flag. One to green. One down, 14 to go. All right, so the 20 car, truck rather, of Chris Adet will lead him as we form up a Delaware-style restart. Looks like the 91 and the 3 will pair up. All right, gonna go green this time around, we're told, in this Delaware-style restart. We have one down, we have 14 to go here in the Super Truck feature. Green, 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 here we go. Jamie Vernaus to the bottom of the racetrack quickly picks up the lead. Chris Adet in the 20C, sponsored by Metvent, right there as well, side by side, right at the quarter panel of the 2. Here comes Eric Guillot in the Dynasty Bathrooms 2, and we've got a spinner in turn number 3 and 4. Looks like the 13 of Wade Barkley as he tries to refire, and he's able, he is rolling. Carl, our flagman, indicating to the driver to get on the throttle and get out of the way of the leaders coming around. Jamie Vernaus battling closely with the 20 of Chris Adet and the 2 of Eric Guillot. Man, are those drivers getting at it. Good race between the 3 and the 14. That is Kevin Schick in the 3. And the 14W is Jamie Weir at the back of the pack. $13 gone to the pits. That's Wade Barkley. He's done for this Super Truck feature with 11 to go. So it's Vernaus, Audette, and Gio, your top 3. Jesse Peterson in the 91 is 4th. Eric Gio's got some traction at the bottom of the racetrack, pulling up on Audette and going by into turn number 3. So a pair of 2s up front now with 9 to go. Eric Gio and Audette now giving chase to the Cattons 2D. That is Jamie Vernaus, 4-time Super Truck points champion, on the point spot right now. Halfway through this one, 8 remaining. Eric Gio giving chase in the Dynasty Bathrooms. Number 2, also sponsored by the Winnipeg Free Press. Audette a little off the pace now as the pair of 2s pull away. But Audette still hard on the throttle here. The Met Vent, number 20, giving chase, also sponsored by Murray. Six laps remaining. 9 down, 6 to go. Eric Gio now begins to turn up the heat on the 2D. Let's watch for 6 more laps as these 2 veterans get at it. Five to go. This time around, 4 laps will be remaining for your race leader, Jamie Vernaus. Eric Gio trying everything he can to gain traction. It looks like he gets some there now out of the bottom of turn number 4. He will try to stick to the bottom and carve a line underneath the 2D of Jamie Vernaus. Eric Gio could have the advantage here, even though Vernaus is the leader. Vernaus is going to need to plug the bottom of that racetrack. If he slides up, that's going to open the door, and there's the door open. Eric Gio has the advantage now. 3 laps remaining. Jamie Vernaus will try to return the favor now in turn number 2 as they head down the back straightaway. Vernaus now tries to take away the bottom line. High-speed chess going on here in the Super Truck feature. 2 laps to go, side by side, and look who's back, the number 20 of Chris Audette. The Met Vet number 20 going to the bottom and trying to make this interesting. What a fantastic Super Truck race here. White flag coming out this time around.
White flag for Eric Gio in the Dynasty Bathrooms number 2. Second spot is the other Dynasty Bathrooms number 2. The 20 of Chris Audette doing a good job of trying to get that second spot back and wrestle it away from Jamie Vernaus. But the checkers are waving, and the winner is Eric Gio again. Second spot, I believe, was the 20. Audette grabbed second spot at the line. Boy, I couldn't tell from here, but that is a dandy. Chris Audette doing a good job. Anytime you can beat one of those Dynasty Bathroom trucks, you got to love it. Now, kids, get on down to the flag stand if you want a shot at getting your very own trophy. So how it's going to go is Eric Gio, the driver, will come down front here. And he'll do a brief interview with Darren Palin, and at the conclusion of that interview, he will pick a kid out of the crowd and hand over a real good-looking trophy sponsored by Dynasty Bathrooms. I think Eric Guillot has won every race here this year. The ones he hasn't won, his partner, Jamie Vernaus, has won in the other 2 truck. Be careful down there, everybody, but if you want a shot, let's put a big smile on your face, and he'll pick you out of a crowd and give you that Dynasty Bathrooms trophy. It's a beauty, too. It is a beauty. We'll get Eric out of the truck here. Dynasty Bathrooms, Neil and Nick's Yard Care, Gauthier Automotive Group, all sponsors on the number 2 of Eric Guillot. And there's your winner. Yay, Eric Guillot. All right. Darren, you might need to remind Eric he's got to pick someone to give that trophy to, and
all right,
guys
thanks.
get buckled in there pretty tight. They've got a 5-point harness. He's got his helmet off. How about a big round of applause for your winner, Eric Guillot? We're waiting on you, Eric.
Thanks very much, Pat Mooney. Well, Eric Guillot picking up another win in the Super Truck division. A little bit of high-speed chess going on there in the closing laps, and what a great job you and your teammate did. Tell us what it was like from the seat.
Yeah, well, it got really crazy there at the start, and I just kind of had to keep it cool. Unfortunately, I didn't get very much damage there in that turn 4 tangle. That was wild. And yeah, just had to stay patient and just bided my time and got a good run and some really dirty stuff off of 4. I'm not sure how that worked, but it worked out.
All right, well, you kept the truck clean. You're good for another one. What a season your team has had.
Yeah, absolutely. I can't thank these guys enough. Like, this thing is just so reliable, always so quick, and just no mechanical issues with it. Knock on wood, it's been so... That doesn't happen by accident. That's a really hard-working team, and I got to thank the whole team there. Dave, Eugene, and Ken, mostly. It's been huge, and Jason as well.
All right, we'll get Eric Guillot his trophy for the feature win, and we also have a Dynasty Bathrooms Kids trophy. Eric Guillot wants to give it away here on the stage. Who wants it? Let's make some noise, kids. Who wants the trophy from Dynasty Bathrooms, courtesy of Eric Guillot? There you go. Hey, Spider-Man got it. Real cool. All right, back up to you, Pat.
Thank you, Darren. Congratulations, Eric, and congratulations to our junior fan who got his very own trophy, courtesy of Dynasty Bathrooms. All right, we move to the late model division. Starting on the pole in the Dabbs Repair Miller Race Engine Simpsons Transfer 57, it's the veteran Kevin Sexton. To his outside, a guy with a couple of years late model racing under his belt. He drives the number 70. He's sponsored by Grand Prix Amusements. The driver is Jesse Tunis. Inside row 3, sponsored by Victory Lane Speedway, St. Andrews Towing, and Emery Demolition. This is Ward Emery. Outside of Ward, the 71 is Rick Fawcett. He's sponsored by Fawcett Auto Body and Funk's Toyota. Inside row 3, it's the Enns brothers, McNaught, 10 of Mike Balkin. To his outside, a veteran of some 25 years of racing. He started in street stocks, moved to super stocks, and then up to late models in the Brio Insurance. Lettingham GM, Martin's Diesel Service 55, it's Mike Martin. On the 4th and final row, inside it's the Union Insurance Shadow Race Cars number 11 of Shane Holden, and to his outside is his dad, driving Gary Felius's 64 car. The driver is Sean Holden. That car is sponsored by D&G Service. Our pace truck supplied by McNaught Buick GMC Cadillac, and they'll make a lap or two out here to get the feature lined up. And then we'll turn them loose for 15 laps as indicated on our AIE Bell scoreboard. Sean Holden driving the white 64. He hasn't driven a race car in a few years. He's going to give it a try and see what it's all about in Gary Felius's Masterbuilt. Okay, Pace Truck will go in this time, and we'll go racing the next time they come around here. Pace Truck, yeah. Pace Truck is in. We're about to go racing. The 57 of Kevin Sexton. That is a Bloomquist chassis, and he has got Miller Power on board. And he will bring us to the green flag for 15 times around. Let's see how it shakes out. Here we go. Good racing for 4 spots. Shane Holden racing with the veteran Mike Balkin in the 10 car. And Ward Emery pulls into the lead in the victory. That 24 car Ward Emery is a victory chassis. It's got a CT 525, a Chevy crate motor that you can buy from your local Chevy dealer under the hood of that 24. Wow, little action over in turn number 2 there. We're resetting a tire, so we put out the yellow flag.
Well, Pat, as a result of that yellow, I believe the 24 will get a spot back. We're going to find that out on the radio here momentarily.
All right, we got the tire back in place. I think we got the car. Have we got the cars lined up? Have we made use of this time to get our lineup straight? All right. No, the yellow's still out. Oh, we may be going green this time. Going around once more. So Ward Emery gets the lead back after a little rub with Kevin Sexton over there in turn 1. This should be a good one. That bunches the field back up again, and with 3 down and 12 to go, I don't suppose anybody will have much for Emery. That car works absolutely perfect on this kind of racetrack, and with that CT 525 on board, he should have it handled. Green flag, we're back underway. Oh man, heavy action at the back of the pack. 3 wide coming through turns 3 and 4. Kevin Sexton within striking distance in the 57, but not much going on here at the moment. The leader is Emery on the back straightaway in the 24. Second is the 57 of Sexton. Third is the 10 of Mike Balkin. Fourth, the 11 of Holden. And fifth, the 70 at the moment. That's Jesse Tunis. Four to go, and Emery drives off. Sexton hugging the bottom, as is the 10 of Balkin. AIE Bell scoreboard tells us there is 3 laps to go. Two to go, and everybody kind of spread out. On the white flag, Ward Emery. Here comes your leader. He's your winner, Ward Emery in the 24. Second spot goes to the 57 of Kevin Sexton. Third to the 10 of Balkin. Fourth to the 11 of Holden, and rounding out the top 5, the 70 is Jesse Tunis. And we get our late models across the scale. The top 5 finishers out of the main event go across the scale to make sure they make minimum weight. The car that's on the scale now, I believe, needs to weigh 2250. With a crate motor, they get a couple extra inches of spoiler and a CT 525 crate motor, which is available to buy just the way he's running it at your Chevy dealer. It's actually an LS3 aluminum V8 that General Motors makes at different tolerances so that it can take the rigors of dirt track racing, but it's called a CT 525, Circle Track 525 horse. And when you burn alcohol and get the right ignition box and headers on it, it's closer to 600. But that motor can be bought from your local Chevy dealer for $9,000. And I can tell you, the guys behind them had more than twice that tied up in their engines. They're very good motors. They're aluminum, and that allows you to put weight on the car where you need it. The other cars need to weigh 2,300 pounds. And the aluminum V8s only need to, they get a 50-pound weight brake and 2 inches of spoiler. 4 cylinders are on the back straightaway. We get Ward Emery out of the 24, number 24 car. St. Andrews Towing, Emery Demolition, Victory Lane Speedway, the owners and sponsors. And we'll get them out of here and over for a quick interview. How about a hand, everybody? There's your winner, Ward Emery.
Thanks very much, Pat Mooney. Ward Emery picks up another feature win in the late model division. St. Andrews Towing, Emery Demolition, sponsor 24. Well, great job. You're winning consistently in the modifieds, winning consistently in the late models. When is it the drivers are going to form a barricade and keep you out of this place?
Yeah, I don't know. It's we've been pretty lucky lately. Definitely can't complain. Everything's working good.
Boy, is it ever. Now, that engine, if it's the same one, blew off an oil line. So have you guys done anything to it besides fill the oil?
No, fill the oil. It was good. It still had a a couple quarts left in it, so we hoped it was all right, and it was. So
Well, I guess the gamble's paying off.
gamble's paying off. Sure took a long time to clean it though. I've washed it about 3-4 times, and it still sucks. There's oil coming out of all different spots. So.
All right, how about it, ladies and gentlemen, your late model feature winner. That is Ward Emery here in our Friday night feature. We'll see the late models back a little later here this afternoon. Pat?
Thanks, Darren. Congratulations to Ward Emery. We go 4-cylinder racing now. And here's how they line up starting on the pole. It's Taylor Audette in the 9A. Or as all our American friends think we say it, 9A. Outside of him, Taylor, that'd be a girl, wouldn't it? Outside of her would be Lee Moyer in the 337. Inside row 2, it's Tegan Park in the 01. To Tegan's outside, it's Mercedes Audette, another young lady driving with us today. Inside row 3, it's the 5th starting spot. The driver is Mike Demchuk. He drives the 15. Outside of Mikey, the 55 car is driven by Jeremy Wall. Inside row 4, so the 7th starting position, is the 25 of Alexander Farr. Outside of Alexander, a driver change from last night. It was driven by Brandon Rehill last night. The driver today is Brady Park. The car is 4B. Row 5 has Logan McDonald inside in the 14. And outside is Camilla Mulholland, another young lady in the 17 car. I see we got a couple of scratches. We're scheduled to have 10 cars in this race, and we have 7. So a couple of scratches. I think the 14 had mechanical problems last night, so he's not with us today. And I'm not sure who else is missing, but McNaught, Buick, GMC, Cadillac, suppliers of our pace truck, and boy, look at that thing. Hey, they got a load of GM trucks in too. GM trucks are all trucks are hard to get recently with the chip shortage, but McNaught has got a pretty good selection. If you're looking for a new pickup, get over there and see the guys at McNaught at the Waverly Auto Mall. Well, we're not going to give anyone a heck for pacing too quickly. Holy cow. Well, here we go. Hey, we're underway. Well, the yellow 55 out front pretty early. Jeremy Wall, that 55, he's long gone. The 337, who started second, is still second. "14 laps to go." The 9A is driven by a young lady. The 20 is driven by a young lady. And the 17 driven by a young lady. Good race for the second spot. Can't read the car number on the second place car. Alexander Farr in the 25 car is up to second, but look, hey, he's got company. A little black paint exchange coming out of turn 4. Lee Moyer in the 337 would like to change that. Oh, boys, play nice now. Oh, my goodness. Caution on the 337. Whoever causes the caution is who goes to the back of the pack. And of course, the Alexander Farr's car was spun out by the 337. So the 337 will go to the back of the pack. You can't do that kind of thing.
Cool Down Racing video production supplying the internet broadcast. And of course, Pat, we've got the big screen courtesy of Chris and Anthony in the announcer's tower, and you can see clearly on these replays exactly what went on there.
Apparently 337 didn't see what went on there. He still wants a spot up front.
Not so.
Lee Moyer. Did they have receivers? And if so, all right, he's just been told to go to the back, so he's there now. What's on the roof of that car? Looks like a golf ball. You could stand up there and make a nice drive.
It's a driving range. Sits in the driveway, hits golf balls off the top of it. Who knows?
Well, we know he hits cars with it. We just don't know about the golf balls. Oh!
Yeah, going green next time around, Pat.
And once again, we set a torrid pace on the back straightaway. Well, be patient. Here they come. Here we go. Alexander Farr in the black 25 and the 55 with Jeremy Wall battle it out for the number one spot. But look at that 337. Holy cow, he had to start at the back. And he's in a sea of blue over there. He's up to fourth place at the moment. Oh, he gives the Dodge Neon a little brush on the way by. I think that 337 guy, he likes a little full contact racing. He's up to third now. He gets by the Dodge Neon, and the race continues for first place, although the 55 of Jeremy Wall appears to have the edge. 337 through the pack and up to third, and he's closing quickly. He's got 9 laps to get up to the leaders.
On the move, Pat, no question about that. That 55 a little ways out, but 337 definitely could be the fastest car on the track.
Halfway there, 7 down and 8 to go. The 332 is closing in, 337 rather is closing in, but I'm not sure he's going to have enough time. He is a little quicker, but that's a lot of ground to cover. He's got a whole straightaway to get to the number one spot. Jeremy Wall out front and uncontested. He's got about 10 car lengths, well, 15 little car lengths on the second place. Good old Alexander Farr. Six remaining, and I don't know. I don't think that 337 is going to catch second spot. Good race at the back, though. 17 and the 01 to go on at it. That 01 is driven by Tegan Park. The 17 is Tamia Mulholland. The top three pretty spread out here at the moment, so the race is for fourth place. Boy, they got a drag race going on down the back straightaway. Tamia Mulholland has that, whatever that is, and a Suna Sunfire or whatever it is, to the wood. Well, that race for fourth place continues. Looks like Cami Mulholland has the advantage in the 17. The 01 of Tegan Park gets right up on her back bumper, and Taylor Audette in the 9A, she's getting in on that action. She wants a little piece of that fourth place. Jeremy Wall he started sixth, and I think he took the lead just a couple of laps in, and he has led the rest of the way. With just 2 to go now, the race for fourth place continues. Nothing going on in the top 3, but the ladies are going, well, ladies and Tegan Park are going at it at the back of the pack. One to go. White flag is up for the 55 of Jeremy Wall. Second spot is Alexander Farr so far. And out of turn 4 comes the leader. He'll be your winner. How about a big hand, everybody? Jeremy Wall in the 55. Second spot will go to the 25 of Alexander Farr. Third spot to the 337 of Lee Moyer. Checkered's out. So we'll get the 55 car of Jeremy Wall. He, as I say, he started 6th. He got the lead early on and led the rest of the way. We got some young ladies in this class that are getting their feet wet and learning a little bit about it, and that's kind of fun. I think it's probably they're having a good time with their families. That's one of the best things about this sport is you go down to the pit area, you'll see lots of families down there, sons and daughters and brothers and sisters and mums and dads. It's a great thing. There is a section for the wild guys that like to party, but there is also a lot of families involved down there, and it's a real good family sport. What happened there? Whoa, what kind of noise was that? I never heard my Chevy Cavalier make a noise like that. We'll get him unbuckled, and down front here he'll have a brief interview with Darren Palin, and we'll get on with our modified heat races from today. This is the 4-cylinder feature from last night. As we mentioned earlier, a bit of an electrical fire in our panel, and half the lights went out, so we had to call off last night's event. But we ran those features today to make sure everybody got their time and their fun out of it and the big money. And we get on with the heat races going forward from tonight. All right, there's your winner, everybody. How about a big hand for him? Jeremy Wall in the yellow 55. Darren?
Thanks very much, Pat Mooney. Jeremy Wall picks up the big 4-cylinder feature win. We'll get a quick interview with him in the 55 car. A lot more 4-cylinders out here today than normal, so that is a good sign for our entry-level 4-cylinder class. All right, so great race out there. 4 cylinders, pretty competitive. Tell us a little bit about how you got your start in racing.
How I got my start racing was actually Demolition Derby. Ended up winning enough money, I was able to build a car. And believe it or not, that car, all in, is about $1,200.
That's pretty cheap. You can't buy shocks for some of those cars out there for that kind of money.